everyone on a mission wants to make an impact, you're going to face resistance and you have to almost guard your own light. And so how do you make sure that you're not being swallowed by the darkness when you go down into these different difficult areas?
I knew it would be bad. I didn't know it would be this bad. I knew it would be bad because I did it before. And I had this, so I wasn't naive. And I knew that it was like running into a burning building. And I had this visual image that my insides were filled with this white powdery substance that was fire retardant. And I felt like God was saying, I will give you a fire, you'll go in there, but you'll have a fire retardant. It has been worse than I expected. I have realized, because last time it was enough to just make fun of me. They came at me saying ridiculous things. But this time, oh, it's vicious. So I've had 3 girlfriends who have been, I'll never forget them, who have just been such stalwart supporters. There are so many layers of it, including, where's so-and-so? Where's so-and-so? Why haven't I heard from so-and-so? So there are so many layers of forgiveness of myself, forgiveness of others, people that fooled me or took advantage, and my own self-hatred. How did I let this happen? Betrayals, attacks from the outside, attacks from the inside. Who's your friend? Who's your foe? I mean, it's big. But on the other hand, look what a chalice of growth. You talk about personal growth. There's no way I'm the same person on the other side of this. Like they say, I'll be bitter, I'll be better. If I find a way to forgive myself and forgive others, that will be a beautiful thing. And that's my choice, and I know it. So I live in that. I live in that. I know the principles. Now it's about practicing them. I've said for a long time, my life works really well when I practice what I preach. But I've never been called upon to practice them at the level that this is, which is why it's perfect, right? And there is that chance I'm going to become president of the United States. And if I become president of the United States, this will have been quite an education on every level. I won't be the same person.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. We definitely are in an era where we need some hope. And it seems like you're going in there and you're getting conversations to change. I know that, some of the language being used across the industry coming from you about not having a healthcare system, but having a sick care system comes from you. You've popularized this. Now that's activated the conversation as well. And I see that you going out there, facing these resistance, dealing with these challenges is at least shaping the collective conversation, because it seems like it's like a prisoner's dilemma situation. Is like whoever decides to, cut the corner the lowest or hit the blow the lowest sets the common rules for how the game is played. And I would assume, and like this is something I face as well on the sales side, obviously not anywhere near your scale. Let me just make sure I emphasize that. But you can have a salesperson that, and this would be the common complaint, that lies, makes false promises, and gets the deal. And then that's how the industry gets ruled. In politics, it's like whoever makes the false promises gets the votes. And you come in holding high integrity, high standard. And this is what I advocate for people to sell with love, is how do you actually show up with care, leadership. But then you see that there's still some players that are playing the dirty games and they're getting the results. And it's frustrating. And again, it's like you have to keep that mantle and that flame high to see how it can bring it up. Are there other things you've noticed that has worked in making people at least raise their level of consciousness in the arena?
Well, this is what has been painful. Given the attacks on me, given the smears, given the invisibilization, there's one way to override that, and that's with money. Because if you have the money, you can create the media, the bought media, to override that. And I had thought last time, I had been very disappointed last time, that I wasn't able to harness enough interest in the personal growth. Like, this is the thing. I could sell a class in personal transformation and fairly easily get people to give hundreds of dollars, possibly more if it's over a long period of time. But I'll ask them to come for free to hear a political talk or to just maybe give $25. If everybody who has come up and said to me, "You've made such a difference in my life." So, and many have, don't get me wrong. But if you're going to say that our field has become sophisticated about sales, sophisticated about money, sophisticated about commerce, sophisticated about business, sophisticated about, right? Then that should include sophisticated about things like financial giving to political campaigns. That's called, if you're going to mature, part of, to me, making money is the responsibilities that come with it. Because I think how you spend your money is an expression of your values. And one of the things that, has become a real cheap and easy phrase in our field is, "I support you." Oh, I really support you. Really? Really? Really?
Thank you so much for listening to the Selling with Love podcast. We have some previous episodes you can tune into right here. And if you prefer the short form content where you get to the point in under 10 minutes, we do have a ton of clips from our best episodes that are being shared on this channel as well. So pick which one supports you the most. And of course, thank you for liking, subscribing, and of course, selling with love.